Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? Right now I'm going to kill Suckwas or Sukas or however you pronounce it on Lunar Isle. It's my Slayer task. I just felt like doing some Slayer today, so that's what I'm going to do. Recently I've been just killing the Queen Black Dragon. I finally got back into that. I really got bored of it after I camped it for like a week and a half. I got a lot of good loot from it and it was actually a really good experience. Just overall it gives good range experience, it gives good HP experience, and just overall it's just pretty good for money making, so I was happy to do it, but then it got boring for me, so I kind of just stopped doing it for a little while, and just recently I went back, so I've been having a good time, hence why I'm on regular prayers and not curses, because I've been killing the Queen Black Dragon with rigor and all that. So anyways, oh look at that spin ticket, cool, first kill, spin ticket, that's what I like to see from a Slayer task, great. Anyways, that's what I've been doing recently, killing the Queen Black Dragon, working on videos, and sadly I only have 2 days of summer left. How depressing is that, guys? Like, I was having such a great summer. I had so many other videos planned. I got a lot done, don't get me wrong. I got my mixtape out, which was a huge plan for my summer. I got a lot of stuff done. I mean, I got a lot of RuneScape rap battles out, I think 2, and I've just been working hard overall on YouTube, in RuneScape. I mean, I even got my completionist cape over the summer, and it really makes you think how long my summer actually was, because my summer was about 4 months long. And that's pretty big for people that aren't in college. You know, you guys usually get 3 months of summer when you're in high school. But in college you get like 4 months or even close to 5 months of summer. And it's really, really awesome. I mean, I really like the 4 months of summer. I think it's a really good break in between your classes because it is a lot of work during the semesters for college. And you have like 3 months or 4 months of classes where you're just on your grind nonstop. So it really is a nice break to have a 4 or 5 month summer. And I mean, I got my completionist cape back in May, so I mean, this summer has been really long, and I've just totally forgot that I've had such a long summer, but it's been such a great summer, and I'm thankful for everyone who is newly subscribed to me this summer and has enjoyed my content. And don't worry, the content will not be slowing down. I have a lot more content to be putting out, like more RuneScape Rap Battles of History. I have an RSMV on the way promoting a local band that my friend is in. He just got into this band, and it's an awesome, awesome band. And they actually asked me to do a RuneScape music video to help them get the word out about their band, so I'm going to do that for them, and it's going to be awesome. I have the rights to use their thing, so it's really nice to be able to make an RSMV again because, you know, now I can't really make RSMVs because of copyright. I might get strikes on my account. I can't have that happening, obviously, because of YouTube having all these problems, but since I have the rights to use their song, I can actually make an RSMV to it, and it's a really good song, so I hope you guys will like the band, and I hope you guys will enjoy the RSMV when it comes out. But I have a special video. I think I'm going to try to release it tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be done, so if it's not posted tomorrow, don't yell at me, please. Don't yell at me. It's a rap, okay? I'll release that much. It's a rap, and it's a cover of a song, but you guys will all enjoy it, I promise. I really like how it's going so far, so that's all I'll release for that. But anyways, you guys are here for the story time, I bet. So let's get into the story time. This story time is about me getting jumped, and I've only gotten jumped once in my life, and it was back in 7th grade. Man, 7th grade was such a rough time for me. I mean, if you've listened to these commentaries since I started story time, you know that I got picked on heavily during 7th grade, and usually throughout, I think 7th to 10th or 7th to 11th grade I got picked on. So you guys know that 7th grade was not my best year of life, but it was actually my worst year of life. But during 7th grade I had a class called Home Economics, and Home Economics was like a cooking class kind of. It was like an intro to cooking, I guess you would call it. And basically what you did is every day you would learn how to cook something new, and if you don't know me, I cannot cook for my life, okay? Even back in 7th grade I couldn't cook, and I can't cook now, and I'll never be able to cook probably unless I really care about learning it. And I really honestly don't care about learning how to cook because I really just don't plan on cooking in the future. I just can go out to eat or order something to eat. And I mean, I'd like to cook some things, like some easy things, like maybe spaghetti or stuff, but I'm not a chef. I don't know how to cook anything. I almost lit my house on fire trying to make Velveeta. It was an accident. I forgot to put water in it, and it was a big fiasco. Anyway, I am not a cook. I can cook a mean bowl of cereal, though. If you need a mean bowl of cereal, I can make you one mean-ass bowl of cereal, I'm telling you. But anyways, I cannot cook. So in 7th grade, you had to take a class called Home Economics, and what it was a cooking class, like I said. So basically, you just learn how to cook very basic stuff. We learned how to cook muffins, cupcakes, pancakes, just random things. I mean, basically just the most basic things you can think of for cooking. So anyways, I wanted to make my mom muffins, because my mom doesn't really cook much, and I know my dad cooks a lot. He likes to cook, and my mom never really cooks, but I wanted to give her something special. I wanted to bring her home muffins. I wanted to bring home my dad muffins and be like, look what I made in class. Because in 7th grade, it's about impressing your parents, and, you know, you want to make them feel good about themselves, that they spawned you on this earth, and, they, you know, you want to give them muffins, right? You want to get, you know, muffins is a good thing to give your parents, because that'll make them feel happy, and who doesn't like muffins? Anyway, we made these very basic muffins, and, you know, like I said, I got picked on a lot in high school, and we made these muffins, and I was really, really excited to, you know, come home and give my mom these muffins and have her happy, saying, oh, you know, thanks Lee, you made me these muffins, and be all happy. But I had a little kind of problem. So anyways, I had these muffins and I saved them. I had home economics, I believe, in 3rd period, so I had 8 periods within the day, and 3rd period I had home economics. So I made these muffins in 3rd period, and I saved them in a little baggie. I had like 5 of them, and I saved them, and I waited until after 8th period, and I got on the bus, and on my way home, I saw these kids on the bus, and they were trying to either like harass me or, you know, pick on me or whatever, and they came in my seat and they said, oh, what you got there, Lee? What's on your bag? And they saw that I had muffins. So they said, oh, when you get off this bus, you know, we're going to take those muffins. I'm like, shut up, you're not going to do it. You know, when I'm 7th grade, I'm just like, you know, stop it. You know, don't leave me alone. And I was just kind of like, you know, get away from me. These aren't from me, they're from my mom and whatever like that. And of course, when you're in 7th grade, you say dumb shit like that. Telling a bully that they're for your mom isn't going to stop him from doing it. It's going to make him want to do it even more. So obviously that wasn't the best thing for me to say, but I was like, these are for my mom, stop, please don't take it, and you know, this is mine, stop. So I was just being a stupid little 7th grader, and I just didn't want them to take the muffins because they were for my mom. Like I said, it was special, and I wanted to give them to her, and I wanted to make her happy. So anyway, I'm on my way home, I get off the bus, and it was 2 7th graders and 1 8th grader, and I'll never forget, I got off the bus, and their stop is like 1 after mine or 2 after mine. And I got off the bus and they were getting up out of their seats, and I thought they were just joking. And they started coming down the steps of the bus, and I started, you know, kind of running, because I knew that they were going to try to come after me and try to take my muffins. And they came after me, and I was pretty fast in 7th grade. I'm actually pretty fast now. I ran a pretty fast mile too. I'm just I guess a speedy kid in general. I've always been like skinny, and I can always run fast, so that was something I had on my side at least. So I started running to my house, and my house wasn't that far from my bus stop, but the kids caught up, because obviously one kid was in 8th grade, and he was bigger and stronger than me. And remember, in 7th grade, I was this scrawny little white, pale piece of shit. I was this scrawny-ass kid. Obviously, I worked out now, and now I have muscles, but I was just this scrawny little kid that, you know, did nothing. I did no workouts. I had no muscles whatsoever. I was just a little scrawny kid. So I couldn't stand a fight or anything like that, or I couldn't fight anyone and win. So anyway, the 8th grader, all I hear is loud footsteps behind me, and I'm trying to make it to my house before they get there. And they catch up, and the kid from 8th grade pushed me down, and it was in the street, so I bashed my head into the road, and I remember I had this huge bump on my head, and I was like bleeding from my lip, and he pushed me down, and he literally just, with both hands, just from behind, I was like looking behind, and I saw him just like extend his arms, and he hit me in the back, and it fell right down. And I just had this giant welt on my head. I had a headache. I mean, I didn't get a concussion or anything like that, or no serious injuries, but I just remember hitting the ground and just being like, like it was bad. I was crying and everything. And they took my muffins in the little baggie, and they also took $3, I think I had in my pants. I really don't know the exact dollar amount, but I had like a certain amount of money in my pocket, and they took my money from my pocket, and they ran home. And I was just in the middle of the street with my backpack and bleeding from my lip, got a mark on my head, and I just get up, I'm crying, I go home, and I get to my house, and my mom's there, and she's like, what happened? Why are you all beat up and everything like that? And I was like, Mom, I wanted to bring you home these muffins, and I just got jumped from these kids. These kids pushed me from behind me, and I was crying, so it sounded like much more sloppy, and they were like, Mom, you hit my muffins. You know, just imagine me at 13 years old crying and trying to explain how I got jumped to my parents. And my mom was just like, it's gonna be okay, don't worry, thank you for the thought of bringing me home the muffins. My mom was awesome. I mean, my parents are both awesome people, so they were just like, really wanting to beat the shit out of the people who jumped me. But, I mean, there was nothing that could be done. I think she called some of their parents or something like that, and said they did that, and they apologized or something, but they still picked on me and stuff like that. They were assholes. But, first of all, what kind of homo-thug tries to take muffins from a 7th grader? I mean, I don't know about you, but jumping someone for their bag of muffins isn't the most, like, awesome and manly kind of thug life thing to do. I mean, if you're jumping someone for a bag of muffins, you're literally a homo, because you should not be jumping people for muffins, let alone jumping people in general. But, I mean, if I had a gold chain or a Rolex, I mean, I can understand the wanting of the money, but you wanted a bag of muffins, like, calm down there, pirate, alright? Like, Jesus. But anyways, it was a really upsetting moment, and I was really upset to my parents, and I really wanted to give her muffins. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't even question my muffin thing. It was just something we could make in culinary arts or home economics, and it was just something I wanted to do for her, and that was it. So that's why I wanted to make muffins, so don't judge me on making muffins at all, because that was just something I wanted to do in 7th grade, and I didn't get a chance to. But then at the end of the year, I made muffins again, I put them in my backpack, and then I brought them to my mom at the end of the year, and I was able to give her muffins, so I was happy about that. But that was the first time I was ever jumped, and the only time I was ever jumped, and it was not a fun kind of thing. So my advice to anyone who's gotten jumped, or who's kind of in danger of getting jumped, I guess, just first of all, work out. Not work out, but just do some daily exercises. Do daily push-ups. You know, pick up some weights and curl them every now and then. Take a run around your block when you wake up. Do something so you can stay active and stay, you know, kind of aware of what's going to happen. If someone comes after you, don't be afraid to fight them off. And I'm not saying go and get into a fight. Don't do anything like that. But if someone's going to jump you, make sure you can, like, at least fight them off a little bit, or just run faster than they can and get away. Because fighting is not any answer to anything. So please don't go out and fight, and don't take my advice as, oh, go fight people and get strong to fight people, and just get it for self-defense. That's the key. I took 7 years of karate, and I'm a black belt in karate, and I learned all about self-defense and the art of self-defense and how to defend yourself. And after that, and after working out and getting some muscle and just learning, it's just so easy to defend myself now. I mean, obviously if someone came up with a knife or a gun, it's not easy to defend yourself. But if someone like those 7th grade and 8th grade thugs who try to take your muffins, try to jump you, I could have fought back then, or defended myself at least. But the key is just don't fight anyone, don't jump anyone, don't be a bully, because someone who wanted to make muffins for their mom can have the worst day of their lives, or just completely be upset for the entire week, month, year, forever, because you did that to them. So you could be scarring someone for life. So think before you do something. Don't jump someone if you're a bully, and don't be a bully to people, because it's just, nothing will benefit from that. And people bully people because they're jealous of them, or they think they're vulnerable and they feel bad about themselves, so they makes them feel better or something. Some crazy shit. I really don't understand how bullies think that they're doing the right thing. But that was such a tragic moment in my life, getting jumped. I mean, getting jumped in general is crazy, but I got jumped for fucking muffins. Like, are you kidding me? But anyways, just don't be a bully, don't jump anyone, and if you're gonna get jumped, or if you're in danger of getting jumped, tell your parents before it happens. Tell your parents that you're getting bullied. Tell a guardian, parents, teachers, something. Tell someone, because if you can avoid it, you want to avoid it, because it was a tragic moment, and no one wants that to happen to them. So if I were you guys, just stay aware of what can happen, work out, exercise, be aware so you can avoid that kind of situation. And if something like that is going to happen to you, or if you're in danger, tell someone, because they can only help you. You're not a little wussy or anything like that because you're telling your parents or something. It actually will help you in the future to tell your parents about everything, because they can help you. They won't, harm you. It'll only help you. So that's my story time. I got jumped for a bag of muffins. Go ahead, make fun of me. I got jumped by a bunch of homo-thugs who wanted my muffins. But in reality, it was a really bad moment in my life, but I thought I'd share that with you guys. You guys like the bullying stories, you guys like that. So I thought I'd share something that was a little bit more personal. I got jumped, and it wasn't bad. Like I said, I didn't get any permanent injuries. I didn't get injured at all. I got a little bruise on my head, and I had like a fat lip or something, and I lost my muffins. But besides that, I was okay, and obviously it turned out fine, like I said. But try to avoid any situations like that. And if you're a bully, stop being a bully, because I've got a bunch of people as my subscribers and as my friends and my viewers that will kick your ass, so don't be a bully to anyone. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Later, everyone.